of the final round of the championship. Now, before we get this underway, I would like to apologise prior to this race. KB, until his first pit stop, is invisible. I don't know why. I just don't know what has happened there, but that does fix itself after his first pit stop, I am certain. But it may make things difficult for yourselves and me to be able to keep up with his tracks, but we do have the name board above him that gives us some sort of idea, and hopefully it won't cause too many issues early on. But yeah, I just basically, Polyphony, you need to sort your stuff out, because yeah, you can't be having invisible cars on the replays. But yeah, that's a great start. But apart from that, I think we are ready to go through the grid. Let me just quickly check through some items and okay, cool. So on pole position, no surprise to see, is KB. Alongside him on the front row is MVP Deno. Then we got Equal Pants, MVP Pants on row 2 with Fat Pickles Bro alongside him. Then we got Brian and Stu Shelton. Pilo rounds off the grid for the feature race, 20-minute race. 2 pit stops, soft, medium, soft. That is this race. Let's get ready to get underway. As engine notes rise here at Deep Forest for the final race of the championship. Lights go out and we're racing as we're going to go up the field to KB, who once again cuts across his rivals to get the inside line, coming towards turn 1. Now, will MVP Deno try and hang it around the outside like Equal Pants did? He's looking to do it. MVP Pants is now trying to go underneath. MVP Deno can't quite do it. But I think that is MVP Deno KB side by side as they go through the complex. Who will get the better? I think KB just about does it. Deno slots into second. Then we got MVP Pants. Then we got Fat Pickles from Brian. There's a clip of the wall there. I didn't quite see who that is. And Stu Shelton and Pilo going side by side once again through this first section, just like last race. They're still side by side as they come through the end of the complex. We go back up the field. There's big moment there from MVP Deno. He's had a moment. He slots down the field. He's down in a 4th. He loses 2 places as Stu Shelton holds on to Pilo as well through the complex. Fat Pickles Bro though is under pressure here from MVP Deno. MVP Deno slots into the Citroen. Will he get back out to head towards the hairpin for the first time? Imagine a invisible car of KB in the distance. Yeah. MVP Deno looking towards the inside into the hairpin. Fat Pickles Bro gives him room, and then MVP Deno is through into 3rd spot. Brian follows him through into 4th. Fat Pickles Bro down into 5th. Then we've got Stu Shelton. Pilo is there in 7th. But leading the way is KB. Then we got MVP Pants there in 2nd. 3rd is MVP Deno, with Brian all over the back of his rival. Will he challenge into turn 1? He's looking towards the inside. Oh! What has happened there? That was Stu Shelton dancing to the inside. He hit the inside wall, but he just about survives it without too much time lost. Pilo is now all over the back of Fat Pickles Bro, but this is the single file complex section, and I don't think he's going to be able to make a move. And that was a wide line actually I saw from Brian. He's wide again, and he might be under pressure here from MVP Deno. But MVP Deno isn't quite close enough. But this isn't the main overtaking place, of course. We're going to go through this left, and through another left, and then it's onto the back straight where Slipstream is massive. Through this last left-hander, and MVP Deno is very close. You can only just fit a piece of paper between them. MVP Deno darts to the outside here. Now the other thing you got to watch out for is Fat Pickles Bro also has the slipstream. Is he going to be close enough to challenge as MV Deno looks to the outside here? Is he going to try and go all the way around the outside through this hairpin? He's trying it. Brian is not going to let him have it easily, but round the outside goes Fat Pickles Bro. So up the inside goes Fat Pickles Bro on both of them. He's now going to be side by side with MV Deno as we go up the hill through the final corners. Flat out left-hander. Brian's going to be the slipstream of both of them. MV Deno and Fat Pickles Bro side by side towards turn 1. MV Deno's looking back underneath him, looking to the inside of Fat Pickles Bro. Can he get alongside enough? Yes, he can. It's side by side through turn 1. Fat Pickles Bro just about holds on to it. So Fat Pickles Bro holds on to 3rd spot, but for how much longer? That was a great little move as the 2 drivers in front of him, MV Deno and Brian, were battling. He went underneath the both of them and took 3rd spot. MV Pants and KB have started to break a bit of a gap though, as we have also had Stu Shelton in to the pits. Apologies about that. Right, okay, so they've all started to spread out a little bit here between Fat Pickles Bro and MV Deno. Oh, that's a bit of a miss apex there. MV Deno has outbroken himself here. Now Brian might be close enough to challenge. No, I don't think he will be. Pilo is there in 6th. Stu Shelton is obviously pitted. And MV Pants is on the back of KB here. Will he challenge into turn 1? He's looking towards the inside, and I can't really tell whether he's making the move or not because I can't see where KB, but he's in the inside and he's through. MV Pants into the lead. Well, I thought that KB would be dancing off into the distance in his invisible car, but MV Pants has other ideas and takes the position away from him. As he come now through the complex, we're now going to go. Oh, hold on. That is Fat Pickles Bro with a moment, and he's dropped down the field. Let's have a look. Side by side with MV Deno through the complex. He's clipped the grass on the inside and he's hit the wall on the outside. Turning too early on the grass, no grip. Drifting off into the wall. So now MV Deno slots himself into 3rd place. Now we're going to skip forward a little bit through the left-hander here from MV Pants and MV KB. And KB, with a slipstream enabled, is going to be able to challenge back. Now I'll try and explain this as easily as possible. I'm going to go on board. That's probably the easiest thing, to be able to tell exactly where MVBKB is, because we know this is where he is, but I don't know if he's going to be close enough for a challenge at this moment in time unless he tries a dart on the brakes. Here comes a slipstream, but I think it's too little too late for MVBKB and he has to settle for 2nd for now. A lot of curb there, and it's a good run from MV Pants through that corner, so I don't think there's going to be a challenge this time around. But Pilo and Brian are side by side, and Pilo is through. So I think Brian looked like he had a bad run through that hairpin, and it's taken the position away, and that is MV Deno is in. Now that, I think, is a good choice for MVP Deno. He doesn't want to get involved in a duel with Pilo, with Brian, especially with how powerful the slipstream is around this circuit. So he decided to pit in, just do some laps on his own, and hopefully be able to clear the others quite easily. We're going to go back to this battle for 3rd that Pilo is holding at the moment. A little bit of breathing space between himself and Brian as we come through the complex, but I say that Brian, he's going to look for a move through the middle of the complex. That's brave, and they're side by side, and this is exactly what LS Deno will want. They're side by side through the complex, through the left, through the right, and then through the left again as they go drop down the hill here. Brian's hung it round the outside and gets 3rd. Now this is exactly what LS Deno would have wanted. These guys battling while he just gets lap after lap done on his own, completely out of sync from these drivers. And he might have some breathing space here. We might be in the thick of the battle, but the thing you've got to remember here is he is now, yes, he is on harder tyres, so he will be slower, but he then will be on the faster tyres a lap earlier. Through the final corner we go, as we got drivers into the pits. MVP Pants and KB are now in. Now, I'm pretty sure we should be able to see KB, which is good. Brian is also in. Pilo stays out. Fat Pickles Bro stays out. And so yes, that is how things stand at the moment. And Deno has a bit of breathing space between himself and Stu Shelton. Obviously Stu Shelton did also come into the pits. And I think you might even be boxing at the end of this lap to go onto the softs to the end. So yes, we can now see KB. There he is. There is his black number 77 car, and he is on the back, hustling the rear end of MVP Pants. It's good to see his car again. He's no longer just thin air. Stu Shelton's in from his medium tyres. Will be going to on the softs to the end of the race. MVP Pants and KB there in 3rd and 4th. Obviously a net P1 and P2. Pilo's had a bad run through the complex, and now Fat Pickles Bro's trying to challenge. It's a compromised run through the left-hander before the back straight, and already Fat Pickles Bro is alongside his rival. They're going to be side by side, but the thing is, yes, Pilo's had a compromised run, but he hasn't had the advantage of the slipstream. But it doesn't matter, because of the run he got. He has now got track position and will have the inside line, and Pilo's going to try and hang it around the outside, but will he be able to do so? He's outbroken his rival, but he can't get the job done. But will he get a switch back? He does get alongside on the exit, and they're going to be side by side coming towards the pit. Surely they're battling into the pit lane. These two are battling into the pit lane. Oh, there's a moment there from Pilo. He just about holds on to it until it changes camera angle. Fat Pickle Bro stays out for another lap. Oh, we got side by side here. KB and MVP Pants side by side on the medium tyres. KB's on the outside, MVP Pants on the inside. Side by side through the final flat out corner. And who is it going to be between these two? MVP Pants holding a tight line. Surely he's going to then squeeze over to the right hand side into the braking zone. He does so. He doesn't do it that much. KB's going to look to either go to a switchback or hold around the outside. He's looking for the switchback. He is successful on the switchback, but will he be successful on the overtake? Side by side through the complex. MVP Pants, can he hold on just about? We'll have the inside line here. Will KB try for another switch back? He's looking for it, he's going for it. KB on the inside will get the position, and he's up into 3rd spot, but into 2nd spot, a net P1, but for how much longer? Through this left-hander, and MVP Pants will have a slipstream, but he's not quite close enough, I don't think, for a challenge into the hairpin after the back straight. So I think it's going to be single file for now. MVP Deno, it has worked, I think, because he has held position in 4th spot ahead of this battle, and obviously he will be pitting onto the softer tyres a lap earlier than Brian, and 2 laps earlier than Pilo, and 3 laps earlier, I think, than... Is he actually pitting this lap? We'll have to wait and see. But I believe, yeah, he's pitting this lap, is MVP Deno. Everyone else is going to have to stay out, so he's going to be now on the soft to the end, as Fat Pickles Bro is finally into the pits. So we'll see where he comes out compared to his rivals. There he is, he's coming out the pits now. And he drops into 5th spot. So Pilo has jumped him in the pit stops. So that's been a good lap there from Pilo. But Brian also has advantage on these guys, because he's going to be on the softer tyres a lap earlier. And Deno is now, though, on the softs to the end. Let's go up the field. And BKB is starting to stretch his legs again. But these drivers will be in very soon for the soft tyres, and it looked to me as if MVP Pants might have had the advantage on that softer rubber, over KB, or was just KB just biding his time and just getting used to the car, getting used to the tyres, and now he's gotten into his stride and he's starting to edge that gap out. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see later on in this race. Brian holding third, Pilo is in fourth, but here comes Fat Pickles Bro trying to challenge. Will he do it into the hairpin? He stays in behind. 7 minutes to go of this race, and it's a bit of a moment there from Fat Pickles Bro. That's going to compromise his run and mean he will not challenge Pilo into turn 1. As they start yet another lap number 9, they shall be starting, as Pilo will now cross the line in the lead, as Brian is now in for his soft tyres. Pilo will be in at the end of this lap, and then Fat Pickles Bro will be in the lap after. Now let's actually keep an eye on, obviously we will keep an eye on the 2 leaders, but we'll also keep an eye on where Brian comes out in comparison to LS Deno, or MVP Deno, because they shall be very similar, or will they? Because LS Deno has a little bit of a margin over his rival, the number 43 of Brian. Has a bit of work to do if he wants that 3rd place. Well, net P3 at the moment, with Pilo and Fat Pickles Bro there leading the way, but a pit stop down. Stu Shelton just getting on with his business in P7. There's Pilo. And Fat Pickles Bro has actually lost a bit of time this lap. Lost a lot of time. He's 3 seconds down on his personal best. There's MVP KB and there's MVP Pants. It's all starting to spread out a little bit at the moment, as we come towards the final 5 minutes of the race, and we shall see where Pilo comes out compared to Brian, because I reckon that's going to be his closest competitor when he comes out of the pits, as he is coming towards the pit lane, or its pit box now. Obviously the way they do the pit box is quite odd on this game, but we have to live with it. Swapping over those tyres, and Pilo shall continue once more. MVP Deno is through, so too is Brian, and he will slot in just behind Brian. But that is a missed apex there from Brian. Oh, actually no, I think it's just a wider line. Contrasting lines between the 2 drivers there. Might just be because Pilo's coming out of the pit lane, actually, saying that. But it is a bit of a dwell part once again. When the action comes, it's very thick and fast around this circuit, but then it's it goes into a bit of a spread out motion, it seems, around this circuit. But that isn't going to help MVP Deno's chances. A little bit of a slide on the rear. Brian will be liking the look of that. He'll be starting to lick his lips, seeing MVP Deno having moments like that. It's MVP Pants, they're in 3rd spot. MVP KB, they're in 2nd. Fat Pickles Bro shall be in now. In comes Fat Pickles Bro, Wiz. And with 3 minutes, or just over 3 minutes to go, everyone shall have completed their pit stops. And we'll know the exact order. But I think we already know the exact order. KB leads the way here at the final race of the season, Deep Forest feature race, and he's got a bit of a margin between himself and MVP Pants. Then comes MVP Deno in a bit of a lonesome P3, with Brian there in 4th, being closed actually by Pilo. P6 is Fat Pickles Bro in a bit of no man's land, with Stu Shelton rounding out the grid in P7. Coming through the complex now, and Pilo is trying to edge in that gap. We're on board with him now, as we come through this right-hander of the complex underneath the bridge, and just trying to nibble as much of the track as you possibly can as we now come to the important 2 corners before we head onto the back straight. A little bit tentative through the corner there from Fat Pickles Bro. He could have taken a lot more speed, and actually it looked like MVP Deno had another moment there, because it looks like he came a bit more to the clutches of Brian. So I'm not sure quite what happened there, but MVP Deno doesn't look like he's got as much breathing space as he once had. There's Brian there in 4th and Pilo in 5th. Just under 2 minutes to go. And Pilo holding there in 5th. Fat Pickles Bro in 6th. Then there's Stu Shelton. It all is very, very spread out so far this race. And we come towards, I think this is going to be the last lap. Peel overshoots turn 1 a little bit, and any momentum he might have had edging towards Brian, it's all gone. As they now come through the complex for the final time. And I think actually KB and MVP Vance might get another lap to themselves. Then is it MVP Deno in P3, Brian in P4, Pilo in P5, Fat Pickles Bro in P6, and Stu Shelton in P7. As we come to the closing stages, soon we shall be, I have talked about this a lot, but I'm very excited for it. The BGWT season number 15, it will be coming soon. 16 cars, 8 teams, 4 current champions, 3 of whom are actually in this race. Of 2 of whom, KB and MVP Deno, are all champions. And I don't think, oh, it's going to be close whether KB does another lap. Will he cross the line before the tick flag comes out? I think he just about will. Yes, he does. MVP Vance will come home in 2nd. MVP Deno holds on to P3, gets a final podium. Brian in P4, Pilo in P5. Fat Pickles Bro will come home in P6 in a full sideways motion with his personal best as well. Stu Shelton's had a bit of a moment on his final lap and is probably just a bit frustrated of this track, because this has not been the sort of performance that Stu Shelton has been racking in recently, unfortunately for him. There is Stu Shelton crossing the line in P7, but KB has the track to himself, and I shall continue what I was saying. BGW2 is coming soon, and you guys have got to watch. If you're not competing in it, you've got to watch. It's such great racing, such incredible side-by-side action, and you never know who's going to win. We got some great drivers at the front. We got the Hungarian drivers joining us for that as well, with some of their junior drivers. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how they get on. But yeah, full grid of 16 drivers, and I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see. But KB will come home not only to win the race, but to win the championship by a monumental amount of points as well. To say he's going to win it by just under 50 points. Well done to KB, well done to everybody else who has competed in this championship. And I will see you guys for BWC season number 15. I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.